Okay, now I want to share with you a lamda shakasha, more on the lamdas on Daf Yud Aleph. This is a very important question. This question, Rabasi asked me on Shabbos when we were reviewing the blot. The Gemara says that, what does it mean, la chulin? La chulin means it should not be chulin. That which I'm going to eat from you is not chulin, but that implies, rather, it should be a carbon. And the halacha is, it's aser. So Gemara says, who does this go like? It can't be Rabbi Meir. The Gemara says, Savrua mai lachulin, loy lachulin lahavi, ella carbon. Mani masnisen, who's the Mishnah? Rabbi Meir. If it's Rabbi Meir, but lesle miklalav atashmehin. If it's Rabbi Meir does not hold that from no we infer yes. Why? Because Rabbi Meir holds any Tnai that's not like the Tnai b'nei Gad or b'nei Ruvain is not a Tnai. What is the Tnai b'nei Gad or b'nei Ruvain? It's not enough to say, if you cross over ahead of your brethren, then you'll inherit in the Transjordan. And that's not enough. You have to say, and if you don't cross over and fight your enemies, fight the enemies of the Jewish people, then you won't inherit. Rabbi Meir holds you have to spell out both. If you don't spell out both, then Tnai Batal Maisakayim, then they will inherit irrespective. So Rabbi Meir holds we do not say Miklalav Ata Shemehin. We do not make that inference. Why? Because from the fact that Rabbi Meir holds that the Tnai has to be a Tnai Kaful. Since Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful, so we see Rabbi Meir holds Lesle Miklalav Ata Shemehin. Question: how do we see from here Rabbi Meir holds Miklalav? We do not say Ata Shemehin. Maybe Rabbi Meir holds that we could infer from no, yes. The only thing is there's a Gzeres HaKosav that when you make a Tnai, it needs to be a Tnai Kaful. And there's no Tnai over here. The guy is saying that which I'm going to eat from you should not be chulin. So, if you hold Miklalav Ata Shemehin, that means you're saying it should not be chulin, but it is carbon. Okay, so we know Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful. That's great, but how could you infer from here that Miklalav ein Ata Shemehin? That's the question. That is the question. Just because Rabbi Meir holds Miklal, just because Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful, maybe that's Gzeres HaKosav. But how do we know he holds that we don't say Miklalav Ata Shemehin? Yeah, that's the question at hand. This is a question Rabbi Elchonon deals with in the Kavod Shiurim, and he actually asked this question to Reb Chaim, the Grach. So let's see two possible mahalchim. We'll see this somewhat briefly, just to get an overview, so you should be familiar with this topic. Rabbi Elchonon says in the first approach that Rabbi Meir's opinion consists of two different factors. Number one, we learn out from Bnei Gad, Bnei Ruvain, you need a Tnai Kaful. Number two, Rabbi Meir holds that not only do you need a Tnai Kaful, he happens to also hold that we don't say Miklalav Ata Shemehin. Therefore, by Nedarim, it's not going to work. Rabbi Elchonon even goes so far as to say, the Rambam paskins like him, that you need a Tnai Kaful, but if there's not a halacha of a Tnai, we do say Miklalav Ata Shemehin. Meaning Rabbi Meir holds of both. In other words, what do we learn from this Gemara? The din of Rabbi Meir is not just a din in Tnai, it's a din in anything. that we don't say Miklal Lav Ata Shomea Hein. Therefore, Legabe Nedarim, Loi Chulin is not going to help, even though it's mashma that it's Asar. The Ran in Gittin writes that if you make a Tnai in the past, meaning if you're an islandess, it should be a good get. You don't need the din of Tnaim. Except for, meaning a Tnai in the past is a different kind of Tnai, but we still would not say Miklal Lav Ata Shomea Hein. The question is why? The question is, a Tnai is exeris, the laws of Tnaim is exeris HaKasav, that needs to be Kaful. But how do you know for Shar Dvarim, like Nedarim, that he would hold that we don't say Miklal Lav Ata Shomea Hein? So if you look at Rabbi Elchonon over here, basically, the reason Rabbi Meir would need a Tnai Kaful is for two reasons. Number one, Midin Tnaim, you need a Tnai Kaful, because otherwise you can't learn that from Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. And even without the dinim of Tnaim, the reason you need a Tnai Kaful is otherwise your intention is not clear. We do not say Miklal Lav Ata Shomea, Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. Meaning, when Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful, there are really two reasons for that. We're forced to say, meaning our Gemara forces us to say that Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful for two reasons. Number one, because otherwise we can't learn out from Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. And number two, we do not say Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. Rabbi Elchonon says, Avokasha, da b'mishnah perak ha'omer mefurish b'divrei Rabbi Meir, the hadabai Tnai Kaful, yalaf la mikroi, Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. Meaning it's not enough to say that the reason why Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful is because we don't say a Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. The Gemara is clear, it's because it's learned out of Psukim. Kamoi kol dinei Tnai v'al kachach tzarich loymar, the Rabbi Meir matzrich Tnai Kaful, mibnei shnei tamim. Rabbi Meir or perforce would have to say that you need a Tnai Kaful for one of two reasons. Number one, mibnei dinei Tnai, because of the laws of Tnaim, the Yalaf mibnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. And number two, gam beloy dinei Tnai, svir le Rabbi Meir, the Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. It's for both reasons. So basically, Rabbi Meir says you need a Tnai Kaful, and there has to be two reasons for Rabbi Meir. One, we know he quotes the psukim from Tnai Bnei Gad Bnei Ruvain, and number two, from the Gemara Nedarim Yud Aleph, that learns that the reasoning of Rabbi Meir is because we don't say Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav or Miklal Lav Ata Shomea Hein. Which is interesting that there would be two completely different reasons why Rabbi Meir requires a Tnai Kaful. Rabbi Elchonon says he asked this question to Rabbi Chaim. Rabbi Elchonon in I think it's in Pesach, in Baba Basra, Ois Taf Lamed Zayin. So what I just read to you is Kovet Shiurim Siman Mem Beis. This is in the Rabbi Elchonon on Baba Basra. V'kasha degabe chulin loy oichalach maisi b'gemar Nedarim yidal plukta Rabbi Meir Rabbanan b'Tnai Kaful the pligi I amrinan Miklal Lav Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav umay de isa dilma Rabbi Meir srile nami Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. Oh, Rabbi Elchonon says umay raya. What's the raya? Dilma Rabbi Meir srile nami Miklal Hein Ata Shomea Lav. Maybe Rabbi Meir holds that from yes, we could infer no. Why do you need a Tnai Kaful? It's exeris HaKasav, Kamakim Boy Tnai Kaful, exeris HaKasav, Dumya Bnei Gad Bnei Ruvain. You ready for this? I like this much better. I asked this to Reb Chaim, and you know what Reb Chaim said Reb Elchonon. Reb Chaim said, if Reb Meir hold Miklal Lav Ata Shomea Hein, then you would not have to double the Tnai. You did double the Tnai. It is a Tnai Kaful. If you say to Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain, if you cross over, I'll give you the land of the Transjordan. If Rabbi Meir held Miklal Lav Atashmehain, then that is a Tnai Kaful. Because we could figure out and infer that if they don't cross over, they're not going to get the Transjordan. It's not Rabbi Meir holds of two different things. It's not Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful for two reasons. Number one, we learn out from Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. And number two, Rabbi Meir holds even if you're not having a Tnai, you still need to double it because we don't say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. Rabbi Meir has to hold that you need a Tnai Kaful because of Rabbi Meir has to hold we do not say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. If he held we say Miklal Lav Atashmehain, then no Gzeres HaKosef in the world would be able to ruin this Tnai because it is Kaful. Because the Tnai implicitly is, if you cross over, we'll give you the land of Transjordan. And what you're also saying is, if you don't cross over, we're not going to give it to you. It's not Rabbi Meir holds of two distinct opinions, that we don't say Miklal Lav Atashmehain and we also require a Tnai Kaful. It's that Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful. That's the starting point. Rabbi Meir holds you need a Tnai Kaful. And because he holds you need a Tnai Kaful, he obviously, you cannot say Miklal Hena Tashmei Alav because otherwise it would be a Tnai Kaful. The davar zeh sha'alti es kvay kedushas marenu hagoin Reb Chaim Halevi v'heishiv the plukta Miklal Hena Tashmei Alav he im alav nichlal b'lashon hahin. Is the no incorporated in the yes? V'im kein kisha'omer hahin l'chud. When you say the yes alone, have a ki'ilu omer hahin v'alav. It's like you said both. Umemela have a kafal. The other man the Amar holds, we know what you mean, but you didn't say it. Therefore, it's not similar to Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. Rabbi Meir holds that we don't say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. Mamela, you don't have a Tnai Kaful. Everyone holds you need a Tnai Kaful. There's no machloikis. Of course you need a Tnai Kaful. So then, why do the Chachamim say that you don't have to double it? They say you are doubling it because Miklal Lav Atashmehain. So you're saying both the Lav and the Hain. Rabbi Meir holds, no, you're not saying, we don't say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. So since we don't say it, you don't have a Tnai Kaful. They're not two different shitos. It's not Rabbi Meir holds two things. It's not that Rabbi Meir holds, like Rabbi Chanan says, Rabbi Meir holds Gzeres HaKosef. You need a Tnai Kaful. And by the way, even if you're not in the realm of Tnai, we also do not say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. No, Rabbi Meir doesn't hold two things. Everybody agrees you need a Tnai Kaful. There's one machloikis. Do you say Miklal Lav Atashmehain or not? Rabbi Meir holds we do not say that. Mamela, it's not similar to the Tnai Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. The Tnai Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain, you spelled out both ways. And since we do not say Miklal Lav Atashmehain, this is not similar to the Tnai Bnei Gad and Bnei Ruvain. The Chum say it is similar. You did spell out both ways. I only said one tzad. We figure out from the other tzad that you're saying the converse as well. That's how Reb Chaim sees it. Reb Chaim sees it's one machlokes. Reb Chanan says no, they're two independent machlokes. And the Rambam even paskins like Reb Meir. The Rambam holds like Reb Meir you need a Tnai Kaful. And the Rambam holds that Miklal Lav Atashmehain. And does that make it a Tnai Kaful? No, it does. It happens not to, that does not make it a Tnai Kaful. Reb Chaim said it would make it a Tnai Kaful. So Reb Elchonon learns that Reb Meir's shita is two independent positions. You need a Tnai Kaful, and we don't say Miklal Lav Atashmehain. And Reb Chaim says there's one machlokes. Everybody holds you need a Tnai Kaful. If we were to say Miklal Lava Shemehin, you would have a Tnai Kaful. Okay, Rabbi Isai, have an amazing rest of the day. Kol Tov.
Recording stopped.